Hello there. This is part 3 of Bryson Gill's plea agreement, and I tried to upload the full thing, the full second half, but it wouldn't let me. So I had to do 2, which is up now, and it looks like it might be a little bit fuzzy, so if it is, I might have to redo it. And the only reason is because it's through this doing it, because it wasn't me, because it looked very nice and clear. So this is part 3. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.
Ready or not, here I come now. Let's play hide and seek. Prepare to be caught. Here I come now. Let's play hide and seek. Riding on the playground, no more dares to make a sound. Round and round and round and round. No one wants to be first found.
Let me see. Where was I at? A 2-level increase pursuant because the offense involved sophisticated laundering. A 2-level increase pursuant blah 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 because the defendant was an organizer, leader, manager, or supervisor in the criminal activity. The parties agree they are free to present arguments regarding the applicability of all other provisions in the United States sentencing guidelines. Defendant understands, however, that at the time of sentencing, the court is free to reject these stipulated adjustments and is further free to apply additional downward or upward adjustments in determining defendant's sentencing guidelines range. 11. Acceptance of responsibility. At sentencing, if the court concludes defendant qualifies for a downward adjustment for acceptance of responsibility pursuant to blah blah blah. That must be is that the 11 one? I don't know. And the defendant's offense level is 16 or greater. The United States will make a motion necessary to permit the court to decrease the total offense level by 3 levels pursuant to blah blah blah, because defendant has assisted the United States by timely notifying the United States of defendant's intention to plead guilty, thereby permitting the United States to avoid preparing for trial and permitting the court to allocate its resources efficiently. Huh. So since he pled guilty and didn't have to go through all that hoopla or whatever it's called, then it didn't take all of their time and the money that they have to go to and keep fighting and to get this plea. Is that what they're saying there? I don't know. Maybe Embry can not, tell me about that one. 12. Recommendation regarding imprisonment. Pursuant to Federal Rule of Criminal Procedures, the parties agree to jointly recommend at the time of sentencing that the appropriate term of imprisonment to be imposed by the court is a term of 210 months. That's all? You've got to be kidding me. Defendant understands that the recommendation is not binding on the court, and the court may reject the recommendation of the parties and may impose any term of imprisonment up to the I'm still stumped on that. Up to the statutory maximum penalty authorized by law. Defendant further understands that defendant cannot withdraw a guilty plea simply because of the sentence imposed by the court, except as otherwise provided in this plea agreement. The parties are free to present arguments regarding any other aspect of sentencing. Forfeiture of assets. You guys, I might do this in 2 separate lots. I'm going to get it after 30 minutes, and I'm going to stop and do another one so that it uploads faster. It's driving me nuts because of it's just taking forever to upload. That's why I have been putting out so many videos. It's because it takes forever to even upload them. It's just driving me crazy. So that's what I'm going to do. So 13, forfeiture of assets. Defendant understands the forfeiture of property is part of the sentence that must be imposed in this case. Defendant agrees to forfeit to the United States immediately all of his right, title, and interest in any property constituting or derived from any proceeds defendant obtained directly or indirectly as a result of his commission to conspiracy to distribute controlled substances. The offense charged in count 1 of the superseding information and any of defendant's property that was used or intended to be used in any manner or part to commit or to facilitate his commission of the offense. Such properties is forfeitable pursuant to Title 21, United States Code, Section 8853A, and includes, but is not limited to, a judgment for a sum of money, also known as a forfeiture money judgment, in the amount of, wow, yeah, that big amount right there, $941,300, yeah, that whole thing, representing the proceeds defendant obtained directly or indirectly as a result of this commission of the offense, of his commission of the offense. B, real estate property located at 49 County Road, N902, Concho, Arizona. I want to look that up really quick. Hold on. Just shits and giggles. Let me see. 49 County Road. I guess I could probably copy and paste it, huh? And I always think of that after the fact. Oh, he's got other ones on here too. Oh, he's got other places. Okay, well maybe. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Okay, hold on, just let me do this. Well, it won't let me copy and paste it for one. That's weird. I tried. That one, 2. That's Concho. AZ. The other one. Oh, so he's got a bunch of different addresses down here. Jeez. Oh, no, it's not just that one other one. Oh, 49 and 50. 49 and 50. And then, I just ran across a chick that, and I don't even know where I saw this at, but she was associated with the Graham up here, the Graham, Washington. And I'm trying to think, it was through, I was going through sorority type things like that. And what was it? It was weird, really weird, because the name was like a kind of like a Latino name or something. And that's what reminds me of that Graham right there. It'd be interesting. 204 East Street, East Graham. Okay, I'll do that later. Okay, so he's got a lot of stuff there. So he's got the property on the 49 on the 50 County Road and the Dodge, seized on December 9th from the place in Graham. The Polaris, that was in Graham, and the following amounts of U.S. currency seized on or about December 9th from the house is almost $60,000 and a little over $10,000. Okay. Also, 6,500, 17, 1,745, 1,238, and $34. 2,610 in the United States currency seized on or about March 22nd, 2023, and that was at this Buckeye place. I'm not supposed to really put these up. I might have to cover these addresses because of, a certain someone who now has eyes on me and for some reason wants BK thrown in jail and not the real people put in behind bars. So I'm not sure why, but it's really, really aggravating. So anyway, I'll have to cover those up, but you can always email me. 1,795 in U.S. funds seized on or about March 22nd, 2023 from the Washington State Credit Union. And the following firearms. Holy God, how many pages are here? You know what? These firearms, I'm just going to literally put the page, I'm just going to put that right over top of there. You guys can look at the firearms, screenshot it, because I'm not going to go through all that again, because I think they're probably already similar to the ones that I just read on or whatever. And that way, maybe I can get this in one video. I don't know how many pages of firearms there are here, but we'll be seeing it. It's a lot of them. Wow, look at all that. And they're all different, so it's like almost collector stuff. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know what any of these are, so I guess I shouldn't say that because I have no idea if they're collector or not. They kind of sound like it, though, but they do sound military. I really do think that the military, like the ammo part of this, where those employees, those soldiers that were stealing the ammo, I think this is part of it, the whole thing. And that would make that definitely, because those guys were on U.S. Holds, and they'd been in the Whitman County Jail forever and a day. And then they actually just got sentenced. Okay. Another page. And we might be able to get through this whole thing today. Or in this one swoop. Wow. I should be looking at these, see if I recognize any of them, but I'm just kind of looking around as I go through it. I mean, there's just so many of them. This is an arsenal, you guys. This is not just, I mean, if you think about someone who has a gun for protection, or two, one for ma pa, and then they have a couple rifles for hunting, something like that, maybe a crossbow for hunting, maybe do bow hunting. But look at this. This is literally, I mean, why would you need this many guns? I mean, you only have two hands when you're going into a shootout, right? So why would they need this many? It'd be interesting to look these up and see what they do. Actually do like a video on that to see what they're capable of. Because I bet they're just crazy. Okay. Next. Wow. Yeah, it looks like there's some different ones in here that I read before. Well, because these came from another place, right? So that would be, I think. Please don't throw up, kitty. I just heard her do a burpee thing, and it sounded like a, throw up kind. That one, that Yugoslavian bayonet one freaks me out, though. That one freaks me out. I don't like that at all. That one, that'll be it. And the body armor. Okay, let me see how this goes here. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, I guess I'm going to just read it. Get it done. Think I can do it in 4 minutes? No. Let me see. Defendant further agrees to forfeit to the United States immediately all of his right, title, and interest in any firearms and ammunition involved in or used in his commission of possession of a firearm in furtherance of drug trafficking offense charged in Court 2 of the superseding information. Such property is forfeitable pursuant to Title 8, United States Code, Section 924, by way of Title 28, United States Code, Section 2461C. Defendant further agrees to forfeit to the United States immediately all of his right, title, and interest in any property that was involved in or traceable to property involved in his commission of conspiracy to commit money laundering, the offense charged in count 3 of the superseding information. Such property is forfeitable pursuant to Title 18, United States Code, Section 982A1, and includes, but is not limited to, the property listed in subparagraphs A through G above. Defendant agrees to fully assist the United States in the forfeiture of the above described property and to take whatever steps are necessary to pass clear title to the United States, including but not limited to surrendering title and executing any documents necessary to effect forfeiture, assisting in bringing any property located outside the United States within the jurisdiction of the United States, and taking whatever steps are necessary to ensure that property subject to forfeiture is not sold, dispersed, wasted, hidden, or otherwise made unavailable for forfeiture. Defendant agrees not to file a claim, directly or indirectly, to any such property in any federal forfeiture proceedings, administrative or judicial, which may be or have been initiated. Defendant also agrees he will not assist any party who may file a claim to this property in any federal forfeiture proceedings. The United States reserves the right to proceed against any remaining property not identified in this plea agreement, including any property in which defendant has any interest or control if said assets constitute or are derived from proceeds of or were used or intended to be used to facilitate the commission or offense charged in count 1 of the superseding information.